Good morning, everybody. It's John on Anti-Human Trafficking Channel and Father's Rights. It's 6:11 a.m., February 26, 2024. And due to my last video, I decided every response was they want to hear my story. So here's my story. This will be part one. This is a small part of it. As most of you know, me and my wife are estranged, and the reason I actually kicked my wife out of the house, okay? The basis of me kicking my wife out of the house is because she was neglecting my daughter and she was stealing from me in order to pay the loan shark for a loan that her mother took, and she used me, my daughter, and my wife as collateral. And when you take money from a loan shark, some of that collateral could be your body. We'll save that for another story. Now, on the subject of what we see on the screen right here. Now, this young girl here, you see in the picture, it's from 2015. She's an adult now. She's 24 years old. In 2015, April, where this picture comes from, is from this woman over here. I'll call her the Orc. This is my wife's cousin, the Orc. This is who is now giving my wife instructions to basically terrorize me and my daughter and to do things that they shouldn't be doing. We'll just leave it at that. But let me explain what she's done in this picture. Fanny has a sister. This is Fanny, this Orc. And her name is Carmen. Now, Carmen had 4 illegitimate kids in rapid succession, though I cannot remember her ever being pregnant. Now, these kids, which dropped out of the sky, were given to Fanny in her custody and being raised in her foster home, where she was getting $20,000 a month to take care of these kids, and she was living high on the hog off of that money. Free rent, free everything. Fanny's sister Carmen, who is the true mother of these children, checked herself into an insane asylum. Red flag. I felt sorry for these kids because they had no idea who their father was. So when this girl was around 8 years old, I said, I told my wife, these poor kids don't have no father figure in the house. I know how it feels. It's not a good feeling. The other kids are going to mock them and make fun of them. Bring them over here for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm going to give them some positive male influence. I'm going to have these kids to know that they have somebody they can talk to who lived the same experience that they're in now. Nothing but good intentions. They were doing this when this girl was 8 years old, so you'd figure they'd be coming over my house since 2008. They stopped coming over 2014. 2014, I asked, well, why aren't the kids coming here? I looked forward to it, and plus they were Gia's cousins, and it's always good to have the kids all together on Christmas. It makes it a delightful event. They're swapping presents, they're laughing, they're having a good time. I think every child is entitled to that. Well, you can see I really get upset about this. Just thinking about it, it's just totally disgusting. It blows my mind. And I don't believe that anybody's not helping these kids when I have this type of evidence. This picture you see here actually comes from Fanny's Facebook page. This woman here, the Orc, as I come to know her. This short, fat woman right there. Because you know why I call her an Orc? Because she's evil. Let me explain the depths of her evil. and my wife, who condoned it and knew all about this. I found out about this May of last year. This when I found this picture. And then I went and investigated and I found the story behind it. Now, again, I left off at 2014. The children stopped coming to the house. My wife explained to me, or lied to me, saying, oh, the kids, they're going to go over their friend's house or their boyfriend's house. I figured, yeah, I guess they're kind of at their age where they think Thanksgiving and Christmas is hokey. I felt sad, but I didn't know I was being lied to. Once again. What happened was this girl, when she was around 13 years old, started having relations with a 29-year-old man. Okay? As those relations were carrying on, by the time this girl here, Adriana, was 14 years old, she was impregnated by this guy when he was 30. Now, being in the foster care system and being a foster care parent, I know this for a fact. If any harm comes to these kids like statutory rape, you're supposed to call in and have this guy arrested. He's a pedophile and a child rapist. That's not what she did. Instead, what they did was they opened this guy, this pedophile, into the family with open arms and open wallets. That will be discussed later. And they married this girl off to the guy when she was 15 and he was 31. And this is the picture from the girl's wedding when she's 15 years old. She's clearly underage. You're not allowed to get married even in 2015 at 15 years old. Nor can you even give consent to have sex at 14, 15 years old. And yet there she is in a wedding dress, 8 months pregnant. And everybody's referring to me as the criminal or being the bad guy because I'm reporting it. And I don't want the orc near my daughter. Now CPS knows this. They did nothing. They believed, hashtag believe all women. The police department has done nothing. The FBI went to their office, which is a walk up from my home. They did nothing. Because they believe she's a victim. My wife knew about this and hid it from me. Because she knew I would have done something about it. This woman doesn't belong around other children. And I got pictures of what she's doing to the other children from her Facebook also, which is going to be the next video. Why are these female groomers, and that's what she is, committing grievous crimes against children, actually allowing pedophiles to get access to their children under their guardianship, and nothing's being done? Now, Adriana, if you see this video, you got up to your 28 years old to turn around and report this crime and sue the foster care system for letting you endure abuse that no child should abuse. We're talking about millions of dollars, Adriana, and you deserve it. You deserve it. You were abused. In the most horrible form a girl could be abused is to be raped and then forced to marry her rapist. Because I don't care if she said she was consenting or not, she doesn't have the ability to consent to such a thing. The only person that could allow that to happen is Fanny. And as far as I'm concerned, she's a criminal. She should be locked up in jail along with the pedophile that she allowed to rape her child, because now the state considers this her child, and then turn around and instead of she had to get paid off. That's the only reason. Why do you arrange a wedding for a 15-year-old to a 31-year-old that raped her? Why? What's the motivation? It's evil. It's on the books as a crime. And they're not doing anything here in New York City. And then they wonder why I'm upset and why I get angry. No, you don't have to worry about when people sit on their hands when a person like this is around your child. And they already did this here to another child. Gee, what could be the reason of my concern? Oh, yeah. And then the police try to pretend like, like I'm off balance. Why are these females getting away with neglecting their children? Why? What's going on here in New York City? This is an outright fucking crime of a magnitude that most fathers, if they found out this happened to their daughter, there'd be blood. There'd be blood. That's why we have laws to prevent things from like this happening. And when they do happen, the police do nothing. I hope this girl's father finds out what this orc did to his daughter. I hope this girl finds her blood father. I hope he does. And I hope he realizes what happens. I hope this girl sees this video and takes appropriate action. Adriana, don't do it for yourself. Do it for your children. I know you got 2 children now. Do it for your children. Go in there and sue the foster care system and take this person that mistreated you when I was there. You remember, Adriana, I was there that Thanksgiving and she turned around and told you, just because your skin is light, don't think you're not doing any work around here. You remember I was standing there, Adriana, when she did that. And what you say, as the intelligent child that you are, what did I do? I didn't do anything. So I know she's been picking on you, just simply because your skin's lighter than hers. You see this video, Adriana, you're free to contact me. We're going to get something done about this. You deserve better than this. She ruined your whole fucking life. And on that, I'm out of here. And I refuse to let this person ruin my daughter's life like she's done to this girl. And on that, I'm out of here.